What's up guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. Today we're going to be talking about the new guild museum that has been added to the guild house in Test Realm. I'm not gonna lie, this update was really confusing to me when I first heard about it. When I was reading the update notes and reading the whole Prima Materia thing, I genuinely thought I was casting a spell on someone and I literally did not understand what it was at all. But I've done my research and I'm here to explain to you guys what the new guild museum is and how you can use it. So to even begin the unlocking process of the new museum, there is a quest you have to do. If you go to the middle of your guild house next to the big tree, you will see a guy named Finn Celtis, and you are going to have to talk to him and he's going to give you a quest. This quest really helps you understand what you are doing. It really explains the whole Prima Materia and how you unlock the guild museum in detail. So this definitely helps, but there are some parts of the quest that are buggy or just confusing. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys the quest now and hopefully clear up some things. But with all that being said, let's get right on into it.
Ah, so you wish to build a museum to immortalize your adventures through the spiral. Indeed, the ancients had a unique method of recording such knowledge. My twin brother, Ian, is the brains to my brawn, and he has been studying this lost tradition of Memoria Mundi. But he needs something to put theory into practice. Quintessence, which is beyond my ability to craft. Though I do know that the Royal Museum in Marleybone has a book on display called Alchemia Pro Fatuis. It should have the recipe for quintessence. Bring me that book, and we can establish a museum here for your guild.
Oh, hello! Welcome to the Royal... in a hurry, eh? Looking for Alchemia Pro Fatui? I'm afraid it has been stolen by ruffians. If you could chase them back to Chelsea Court and recover the book, I would be happy to transcribe any recipe from it.
Now you are going to go to Chelsea Court and complete a defeat and collect quest by defeating the ruffians here.
Fuck me all, you lot, wizard! You'll never take me fancy book! Oh, you already took it. Cheerio then.
You've recovered Alchemia Pro Fatui. Splendid! Let me just copy down all the notes on... What did you say? Ah, yes, quintessence. Let's see. Blah, blah, power of the sun, tears of dragons, something, something, Stargator. And there you go. Do come back anytime.
Excellent. With enough of this quintessence and a sufficient effort of cantrips, you can add a museum island to your guild's domain. Once that's done, meet with my brother Ian, and he'll guide you further.
So this next part is pretty simple. You are going to head over to the guild lock for the museum, and you are going to need 1 Azoth and 1 quintessence to open the lock. I'm sure these numbers are going to be upped when this hits live realm, but this is only for testing purposes, obviously. Next, you are going to need 2 people to cast Magic Touch, and there you go. There is your guild museum. The museum is honestly one of my favorite parts of the guild house. The devs really killed it with how this looks. Just wait until you guys see the inside, but oh my gosh, this place is absolutely beautiful. 10 out of 10 job. All of these spiral doors spinning on top and the sunlight shining through the windows is just such a beautiful combination. The inside of this place is just like so majestic and I love it so much. So after you are done exploring your guild museum, you are going to want to head outside and talk to Ian here.
Ah, a fabulous museum this will be, like those grand halls of old. A wondrous locus to display all the mundus. Mundi? World stuff, yes, quite. Oh, you may call this humble custodian Ian Celtis, curator of the Memoria Mundi, the world memories. I am here to aid in this grand endeavor. In days of yore, the Druidic Order spread to every spiral world and enlisted all its peoples in their adventures and explorations. To cement their bond to each world, they harnessed its Prima Materia, the most intrinsic essence of matter, physicality condensed and rarified. What Azoth is to magic, Prima Materia is to physical substance. It contains within every particle a memory, a blueprint of what it was harvested from. With enough Prima Materia, druids created galleries of knowledge, places where worlds could not just be seen, but absorbed. These ancient museums are long lost to history, but it is well past time to revive this wonderful practice. With this machine, I call it the marvelous Prima Magnus. Once activated, it will give you the stupendous, though temporary, ability to absorb the Prima Materia kicked up like dust in magical duels. Of course, the poor thing is tragically inert at present. It must be powered by quintessent cores, you see, which I can make. With sufficient quintessence and other sundries. You can gather those for me shortly. For now, let me show you how it works. Simply speak with me to craft the quintessent cores needed to power the Prima Magnus. Put that core into the Prima Magnus to prime it. It then requires magical energy to fully activate. At least 2 wizards must use magic touch to activate the Magnus. If more wizards help, its energy field will strengthen, granting more reward. Once activated, the Prima Magnus attunes your mystical aura to attract Prima Materia. Battle in different worlds to gather this invisible substance. The Magnus's aura will wear off after time, and you will no longer be able to gather Prima Materia until it is reactivated. With this technique, you can gather the substance of worlds without harming them, and reconstitute their greatest treasures. Who knows? We may even be able to recreate objects and items lost to history, unseen in modern times. Speak to me inside when you are ready to begin.
So basically, long story short, this machine outside is called the Prima Magnus, and it is powered by quintessent cores, which Ian makes for you. And when you magic touch this machine, it gives you and everyone else who magic touched it a Prima Materia elixir, which allows you to pick up Prima Materia dust from item drops. So essentially, you are going to have to go on quests to unlock more of the Guild Museum, and these quests require you to collect certain items that can only be collected through Prima Materia. It's essentially just like Animus, just a bit more confusing, but you need to have the Prima Materia elixir in order to complete these quests and get the items. I know this is a little bit confusing, but it will make more sense later on when you see me do it. But yeah, that is essentially the whole Prima Materia situation.
Ah, splendid! Let us immortalize the spiral here in these halls. With which world would you like to begin? Avalon, lovely! A world of ancient mysteries, noble knights, chivalry, and poorly attired ogre things. The druids escaped to Avalon after the purge of Ravenwood. Indeed, that might be the only place where their traditions still thrive. Which should make it an optimal locus to acquire a regional expert who will manage our Avalon gallery. No doubt you can find someone excited for the opportunity near the library in Castle Avalon. Off you go.
Okay, this next part is a little bit confusing because it tells you to go to Avalon, but it also gives you this Avalon door. So you can see me and Bandit here trying to figure it out, like a bunch of dorks magic touching the door. But essentially, you actually have to go to Avalon. You can't use this door yet until you go to Avalon and continue the quest.
My Chronicles, where are they? What have you barbarians done with my Chronicles? Oh, a helpful wizard wanders by. I love it when that happens. I am Adam Usk, chronicler of Avalon. Basically, I write down history. And then these knights steal it because they don't like that they were on its losing side. Knights of the Pendragon, you understand? Grumpy bunch, still marching around outside. They stole my chronicles, my kingdom for a secure library. A druidic gallery, you say? Devoted entirely to the history of Avalon? Yes, I would be very interested in overseeing that. But first you must reacquire my chronicles from the horned brockets in the yard.
Okay, so one big thing is that these Prima Materia elixirs drop your level down and your stats down to the appropriate world. So obviously you can see here that we are in Avalon. Well, we are going to have the stats as if we are in Avalon as well. So just keep that in mind. But ta-da, see here, when you defeat the mobs with the Prima Materia elixir, you get one Prima Materia, and that gets sent directly to your guild museum to allow you to unlock the different areas, which you will see coming up here shortly.
The Chronicles of Usk! You have them! And now I have them. Thank the great tree we live in a world of helpful wizards. Now, about this Avalon gallery you wish me to manage. How are we to go about building the displays? The practice of Memoria Mundi. I had thought it lost ages ago. It will be interesting to see how it works. Just give me directions to your guild house and I will make my way there.
Okay, so next up is going and talking to Adam in your guild museum. If you want to know a fun fact, he is in the door that you unlocked earlier, the one that leads you to Avalon. Or you can do what me and Bandit did and run around the guild house aimlessly for about 5 minutes until realizing you have to go through the door. But here it is, the inside of the guild museum. It is absolutely beautiful. And if you see all of these robes, those are different things that you can unlock.
I've been talking to your Mr. Keltis. Interesting fellow. So it seems we need to harvest Prima Materia specifically from Avalon. As you know, Prima Materia contains a template of the world from which it is collected. With enough of it, I can recreate Avalon for you here. Prima Materia is invisible, but kicked up like dust in magical combat. Use the Prima Magnus outside to collect it. Speak with me to see how much more Prima Materia I need to build exhibits in this gallery. Now, go forth, helpful wizard, and let us immortalize Avalon here together.
So essentially here are all the different exhibits that your guild can work together to unlock. As you see, the first one is the Toadstool Village, and the Catapult exhibit is also pretty easy to unlock. That is the first one when you immediately walk in. And from what I have gathered, you can tier up your guild museum. What I mean from that is obviously you start out at a bronze level, but if you level up and unlock all of these exhibits, you then move on to the silver museum, which I believe is just an upgraded version. I'm not too sure what it looks like quite yet, but this definitely does promote working together to unlock things. And I think that this is a super cool feature to add to guilds in general. You are also able to unlock rematch keys that you put into the raid portal and also other housing items. Here we are downstairs in the museum once again, and we are looking at the Toadstool Village exhibit, and you can see all of the different reagents that you have to get with your potion to unlock this exhibit. We did test it out, and you do not get all of the drops in one fight, so you are going to have to defeat this boss multiple times, and it is not a guarantee that you get an item every single time. Here you can see the catapult exhibit, and you get this catapult from defeating the guys in Avalon that we did earlier. But after you get the Prima Materia, then you have to magic touch the exhibit, and for this you need 4 people. But here is what it looks like unlocked, and it is definitely a catapult, alright. Here you can kind of see the upgrading, but basically your full guild museum and all of its exhibits must be bronze before you can start upgrading different exhibits to silver. Here is what it looks like when you get the Prima Materia from a boss. As you can see, it goes directly to your guild museum, so there is no need to put anything in the museum. Alrighty guys, well that is going to be it for today's video. I hope this helped you understand the guild museum a little bit more, because I know when I first saw it I was definitely confused. But huge shout out to Bandit for helping me with this video, and as always, if you did enjoy it, please make sure to leave a like and hit that subscribe button before you go. And if you have any questions, leave them in a comment down below or join my Discord server. I would love to chat with you guys and answer any questions to the best of my ability. But yeah, that's gonna be it for me. I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!